One of the covers later. The show we played 30K, and today is no different. We'll be playing 30K. And nothing else.
Yeah.
So with me is Clarence.
Hey.
And Jay.
Hey.
Jay hasn't been on the channel in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Neither have I.
I guess the last episode was AOS, though, so technically you were. It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're here playing 2,500 points of 30K, which is not dead.
No.
Yeah, who's saying that? Who are all these people that are saying that?
Adam Bly's like, he's bidding his grave right now. So basically, I can't picture a bigger way to piss off the ghost of Alan Bly than to say it's dead. Because he's dead, but the game still lives, at least in our hearts. So yeah, Jay, what do you got?
I brought my Alpha Legion. Big surprise.
Cool. I see you're running a squad of 5 bikes instead of 2 squads of 3. That's different.
Yeah, economy. I just need some...
It's not 3,500, it's 2,500.
Yeah.
First time allies, Clarence.
Yeah, kind of.
At least on the channel.
Kind of.
When did we do allies before?
The last time I played Raven Guard against
Really?
Yeah. I was going to say, I feel like...
I just totally forgot, I guess. What was it then?
It was the same thing.
It was the
Raven
same?
Guard.
Okay.
Well, like, they had Custodes as
You
well.
had the command right
I
away.
clearly
I had
just
the-
stopped
yeah, I had
smoking
the-
pot.
I had the Caladius. And
Okay. So second time it's been on the channel? What?
third, because I used Custodes against the map.
There's
Our viewers
nothing
know.
new today.
Our viewers know because they've watched every episode of our
Clearly,
channel.
yeah. We're going to need a Patreon.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be back with armies and terrain and not terrain.
2,500 point loyalist Raven Guard list with Custode allies, Custodes. My Rite of War is Decapitation Strike. That doesn't allow like good guy like Space Marine allies, but they're not Space Marines, so you can ally them. My Warlord's the Praetor here. He's got Artificer armor, 4-up Invul, Melta Bombs, Mastercrafted Paragon Blade, and digital lasers. And he has a relic, which is the Fractal Herald Blade, which is in his left hand there. I have Genesia Kroll for my HQ of my Talons detachment. I have 2 9-man units of Mordathan in multi-melta rhinos. They each have 3 plasma guns, and the remaining 6 all have combi flamers, and the surgeons have artificer armor. The Night Fight Vision and Melta Bombs. I have 2 10-man tactical squads. The surgeons all have artificer armor, Melta Bombs, and combi meltas. One is in a dedicated drop pod. I have 2 5-man plasma support squads, artificer armor, Melta Bombs, and drop pods for them as well. I have 3 guardians. They have Melta Bombs and Airy Shrikes. And then I have a Telemon with double Iliastus. And that is my 2,500 points.
2,500 points of Alpha Legion. I'll start with my Warlord, which is the Delegatus in Terminator armor, the center of the army. He has just a power axe. He's just got his Cataphracti armor and a power axe. He has, for his Warlord trait, Strategic Genius. And that's it for HQ. So moving down to the front line, so we've got 2 identical units. Sorry, they're not identical. There's one difference. There's 2 units of tactical squads. They both have combi plasmas and artificer armor on the sergeant. One has on the left has a Vexilia, and then that guy right there. And then between them, there's a 5-man plasma squad. They have artificer armor on the sergeant. Behind that line is the assault marine squad. There's a power fist with the power dagger and artificer armor on the sergeant. They all have Melta Bombs, and there's 2 power axes, and they have combat shields as well. To the left of my HQ is 5 Outriders with twirling plasma, nothing else, easy peasy. Behind that, we'll start with the Terminators. On the left side, we've got, it counts as Sekhmet Terminator unit that I've gained from the Rewards of Treason, which I should mention is my Rite of War, which is the Coils of the Hydra, which gives me some other upgrades that we can talk about later. They all have Chain Fists and Combi Plasmas, done. Next to them is a squad with 5 Chain Fists, 4 Combi Meltas, and 1 Plasma Blaster. Next to that is a rapier, single rapier with shatter rounds. Behind that is a Lightning Strike Fighter. It has 4 Krakens. It has I forget what they're called, but it is the Strafing Run upgrade and the Tank Hunter upgrade. Next to that is a Predator equipped with a Executioner Plasma Cannon, a Multi-Melta, and Machine Spirit. I don't believe I gave him anything else. Next to that is a Laser Vindicator Destroyer. It has the array and a I think it comes with a twin bolter. I don't think I give it anything else. I don't think it even has the dorsal blade. Next to it is a Scorpius, completely stock. Just an awesome Scorpius because they're great. And that is my 2,500 points.
Psychic powers.
Oh yeah, so psychic powers for the second Matronis are Levitation and Crush. And then the Primaris, which is a Sail, I believe.
Alright, so we got long table hinges. That's Hammer and Anvil, I believe it's called, right? Yeah. And I won the role to deploy. Actually, no, Jason won it. He made me do it. So I deployed first. Forgot to mention this in the army going over, but my warlord trait is Conqueror of Cities. So I get stealth for ruins on the stuff that doesn't have stealth from other means, and I get move through cover. It's not night fight. We rolled for that too. So I have, starting here, I have my 10-man tactical squad with Genesia. She took infiltrate for her Sisters of Silence thing, the cadre thing, so I could put her with any Raven Guard infantry. I have my 3 Guardians that are just back over here within the 24 inches, and I have my Telemon kind of in the middle of the firing lanes. Hopefully I'll not get seized on. And then up the field, I have my 2 Rhinos with more Dathan. They did Scout, because Scout happens before Seize the Initiative. So this one is behind the cover. Line of sight can still be drawn, but I do have a good cover save on it. It's not the greatest, not a 3, but and this one's more aggressively placed. And everything else I have is in reserves. So in reserve, I have my 3 drop pods with 2 plasma support and 1 tactical. And that's all my reserves, and we'll see with the Alpha Legion.
So here we are with the Alpha Legion deployment. We'll start right here. So I've set up my 2 heavy support vehicles here. So I've got my Laser Vindicator sort of in firing lane down the street, and next to it the Scorpius kind of sort of hiding in this industrial stuff to get some cover. We've got this Statue of Death being guarded by this tactical squad. They've decided it is very important. And then back here I have a Rapier squad sort of sheltering behind this vehicle, which will surely explode and kill them all and make them flee off the board, but it's a good position. So we'll see you with reserves. The Alpha Legion reserves. In front of you here are all the outflankers. So all of these guys are going to be coming off the board edges. Back here, these units are all in reserve. Just normal reserve walking off my board edge. And that's it for my reserves. So here we are. I'm going to steal the initiative. And I'm saying that as an affirmative sentence because it's going to happen. So
on a 5+ rerollable.
5 or 6 with a reroll. So here we go.
Point it out.
Dun dun dun.
On my model.
Here comes that reroll.
Because it touched your model, that's why. That's why.
Nobody expects the
pushed it.
Alfarius.
Hey!
I can't see it.
Alright.
Oh, was that a steal?
Yep.
Yeah.
Was that a steal?
That's a steal.
So some gloat action.
That's when he's on his list around. Like,
He's like,
that's what happens.
It's just how the cookie crumbles, Ricky. Alright.
So we'll be back with
Alpha Legion turn 1.
Alpha Legion turn 1.
excellent.
So here we are at the end of Alpha Legion turn 1. So we'll start over here. So the Laser Vindicator, Laser Vindicated this guy. I mean, but there was I got 2 pens, but because of it's got the Venerable rule, I had to pick the lower of 2 dice in each pen result, and I think he's stunned. Shaken, not stunned. So he lost 2 hull points, so he's got 2 left. Over here, oh, and like we always forget to do, the overcharge.
Oh yeah.
We're doing it live.
Doing a lot.
Okay, so he's okay.
Good.
All right, so moving along. So the rocket Scorpius tank fired at this vehicle, which had previously lost 2 hull points, to this Rapier. So combining the 2, I managed to get first blood on that Rhino. The squad popped out. They didn't get pinned or snap firing or anything like that. They're good to go. Over here, these guys used the Fury of the Legion to fire at the remaining guys, causing 1 wound to, what is he called? Praetor, just a Praetor, okay. And that's it for me. Everything else is in reserve. So we'll see you at the end of Cleary's turn 1.
End of turn 1 for Raven Guard. First of all, my auto coming in reserves came in. I have that drop pod which scattered backwards 11 inches, and this one which scattered forward about 5. All my dudes disembarked. Starting over here, the this support squad shot into the side of the Scorpius. I hit a lot. I didn't do any damage. And then my second squad shot into the side and rear of the Scorpius. Got 1 pen on the side. He failed his 5-up. I rolled a 6, so I managed to explode it. I was very pleased about that. And these guys down here, this Mordathan squad, they attempted to shoot at the Rapier. I didn't roll too well. He passed some cover saves and some armor saves. So that they're out in the open. There's a plasma executioner coming in, but I think I blocked a lot of its entry points and I have a good cover. So not too worried over there. Moving down around here, I moved my Rhino up and I disembarked. I shot at him with my multi-melt and I got a pen, but I rolled a 2, so it went up to a stunned. I was pretty pleased with that result. I took some pot shots with my Telemon that I had moved up. I managed to roll 2 hits out of 5 for both the accelerator cannon and the spiculous launcher, and I even managed to get a glance, 2 glances with the spiculous launcher's 2 hits that were snap firing, but he passed his saves. However, I did finish him off with a masked plasma fire to the side, so I killed both of his annoying tanks that are on the field, and his tactical marines can't shoot next turn, so I'm in a pretty good position, but he does have a lot of reserves and outflanks. And moving back into my objective, kind of just spread out just a bit. I was concerned about the Scorpius and my Custodes, as our one commenter mentioned about the pronunciation. I moved close to this flank in case he does have bikes or assault marines. I don't want him trying to chew up my juicy tactical squad without retribution. So that is the end of Raven Guard turn 1. See you at the end of Alpha Legion turn 2.
This is the end of Alpha Legion turn 2. So we'll start over here. So it's worth noting, all my reserves came in. So the whole army came in this turn. Using my strategic genius, everything came in. So these guys, they outflanked, over here, and they moved in 6. Then using their psychic power, levitate, landed over here, and used their
Crush?
Yeah, they used Crush and Assail to no avail. It rhymed. And they used their Commie Plasmas to destroy this thing, which had been shot at by this flyer. So, first time in its history, probably, 4 Kraken missiles didn't blow something up. I missed with 2 and clearly passed both of his cover saves because he has stealth ruins because of his Warlord trait. So, fortunately, I had the Terminators
those
there.
are the only 2 saves I passed on that.
Yeah, he kind of took a hammering.
Yeah.
But thankfully, I had the Terminators there as sort of a backup. So, going over here, to the other Terminator squad and the Plasma squad, outflanked over here. They both fired at this unit of, what were they called?
Mordathan.
The Mordathan. They fired at them, they killed a whole bunch.
You gave them some Dathan.
Oh, they sure did. And then there was more Dathan over here. They fired and did another wound on him and killed, I think, 4.
There was 3. I passed a lot.
Praetor's
He
still
passed a
alive.
lot of cover saves from his stealth, which was cool, but it was not enough. There was too much plasma. Over here, this assault squad flanked basically a lot of my army. My whole army showed up on this flank. They jumped over here, attempted to do a disorder charge to get both support squads, but only managed to reach 1 because of just how things worked out. But clobbered them and then spread out. Back here, this Rapier fired over here at the remnants of this squad. I actually missed and it landed over here. But this group here was... How many guys did I kill?
We killed 3 from the bolters and 5 from the plasma executioner.
That's right. So this group here that came in, the tank and the tactical squad both killed, gutted that squad, reducing them to 1 guy, and he's pinned. So that's cool. These guys are still reloading their guns, so they're ready to shoot now. So that's cool. But that's actually it for Alpha Legion turn 2. So we see you at the end of Raven Guard turn 2.
Of Raven Guard turn 2. We'll start with my reserve. It is my tactical squad in pod. I rolled a 5 for it to come on, so even his Alpha Legion tricks couldn't make them not come on. We'll just start over there. They came down and they shot at his Assault Marine squad. In addition to all 3 drop pods shooting them, as well as my support squad. I killed 3. But he failed his leadership test and he ran off the board, so that was really cool. My Praetor tried to charge his bikes. He only got 1 hit, and I failed my invul save off the Overwatch, so he killed him. We got 2 victory points off that, so that's good for him.
Warlord Relic?
Yep. Moving down over here, my pinned guy was within range of the Axis Hash, so he embarked. And then I drove up and tried to multi-multi him, but it rolled a 1 or 2. It wasn't a 3 at least. So that's unfortunate. Moving down to this side flank, my Custodes moved and ran kind of position, and made a 9-inch charge to get into combat. Crow was ready to like slay down some 2 Terminators, except I picked up my to hit pool before realizing which ones were 5s and 6s for instant death. Said I'd redo it, got like 4 hits instead of 6, didn't get a great to wound thing. He passed the instant death ones, and so I did like 2 wounds total. He killed 4 guys, but because I'm fearless I stick around. And yeah, not too much going on for me. Kind of finding the joy of 30k and Alpha Legion, and we'll see you at the end of that Legion's turn 3.
So here we are at the end of Alpha Legion turn 3. Let's start right here. So the flyer, the lightning moved up because he had to. He fired his last cannon at the truck here, hopefully, splashing some guys. But I hit them, but he passed. Actually, no, I didn't wound them with the explosion. But the truck's gone, so I blew something up. Yay! Since we're over here already, so this squad continued fighting with Cleary's character here with the tacticals. I think they're tactical squad. I unfortunately lost like 3 models this turn. Cleary has some really nasty rules.
But you're stubborn.
Really nasty weapon there. But I have stubborn, so I managed to pass my LD8 check. So they're still fighting, so that's cool. Moving on over here. These Terminators just are moving towards that objective. These Plasma Gunners over here moved 6 inches over and fired at the tactical squad that disgorged from this drop pod, as well as this unit of bikes here. The bikes actually overheated, even with Twin Link, and I lost 1 of them. Did we do the LD check for them? I don't think we did.
You did.
We did? No, we didn't.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we did.
Doing it live.
We're doing it live. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah.
They're gone.
It's going to be that way.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's not that edge. Okay.
Well, I rolled.
Oh, 14.
No, yeah, because you have to go around shit.
Yeah, it'll be...
Oh, you can get within an inch when you run, I think?
Yeah, I think you're right. They're like here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a close one. Oh, boy. Okay, they're still in the fight.
Still in the fight.
Unless I can call it a kill.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, so now that we've done that, yeah, so those 2 units, they annihilated this unit. Moving on over here, this tactical squad here rapid fired, but to no avail, didn't get any wounds, well, I wounded, but he passed all the saves. This rapier here also contributed to this slaying here, so that was pretty cool. These 2 units, starting with the tank, open fired on this Rhino, trying to crack it open and get the last guy, but I could not wound or hit or do anything with those 2, so unfortunately that guy is unscathed. What more is there to say, really? Nope, that's it. So that's the end of Alpha Legion turn 3. We'll see you at the end of Raven Guard turn 3. 4?
3.
3?
Yeah, you
went. Oh, that's right.
3.
Raven Guard turn 3. Starting on this side of the board, I shot all of my drop pod combi bolters into his bikes that were on the edge, hoping to kill 1 guy and make them run off the table automatically. He passed the 1 armor save and made him take, and then I shot him with plasma. Did that wound, they ran off the table. I moved my Rhino back and tried to pot shot his Predator, but I failed to hit. And then over here, his dudes have been resisting the Psychic Anathema, Ex Oblivia, whatever, Kroll's kind of aura of miscast. And I did axe 1 down with her weapon, but he killed 2 in return, or 1 in return actually, and passed his leadership test again. And my final thing was I moved my Custodes up over that away to hopefully deal with other Terminators and stuff. And we'll see at the end of Alpha Legion turn 4.
Alpha Legion turn 4. So we'll start over here. So this segment, the last segment, I don't know how many rounds he's gone now, but he's got 1 wound left. He's been making a bunch of invols. He's been crunching 1 guy a turn. So they're still locked in combat there. Tight combat at the end of that round. Moving on over here, Terminators and Plasma guys just sort of jockeying for position over here. Didn't actually do any shooting. Just they didn't have any shots at the time. And over here, this unit, the Predator here, used its multi-melta to crack this open, which pinned this guy. These guys, prior to that, tried to fire their combi plasma from the Sergeant through here. Didn't do anything, but the Predator took it out, so that was good. Over here, these guys used Fury of the Legion, which I should mark, but they managed to fire just a torrent of shots and get rid of these last guys, which I even fired the Rapier at, but he made all his saves. So it's getting down to it. I should mention that my flyer, the Lightning, did go into ongoing reserves. I just used supersonic rule and just flew off the table, so it'll be showing up next turn. But that's the end of Alpha Legion turn 4. We'll see you at the end of Raven Guard turn 4.
Raven Guard turn 4. Not a whole lot happened this turn. Kroll nuked the fucking Terminator with Ex Oblivio, which makes them take a psychic test, -2 because they're base contact.
Melted his brain with mind blow.
He failed it, and then he takes a perils, and then he rolled a 1, so it died, had 1 wound left.
Yeah.
And then they ran down that way. My Custodes stayed put. My guy was pinned from end snap firing from the disembarkation, which was a little souring. And then my drop pods all tried to combine fire at this unit up here. They killed 1, yeah. So that not super eventful, but that's my turn 4, and we'll see it at the end of Alpha Legion turn 5.
Alpha Legion turn 5, and, well, the game for me anyway. So we're going to start, since we've been doing it over here. I think he died last turn, the Terminator, or was it this turn?
It was last round.
It was last round, okay. So these guys got shot at by the las cannon from here, as well as the rapier from here, and I killed 1 guy. So as Clary mentioned, I probably should have tried to kill this guy, just because he's closer.
Right, yeah.
I was trying to kill them both, but I wasn't thinking, so there's that. These guys over here moved up, ran 6 inches to try and block for this squad, so both squads are on that objective. They all, these guys fired at this unit, didn't do anything. Over here, Predator moved up, fired his multi-melta at the last guy here, killing him, and fired his plasma cannon back here. Clear passed all of his invol saves. Back here, these guys just moved on to the objective. These guys are still here, nothing to do. Again, the rapier shot over there. That is, that's everything. So that's it for Alpha Legion turn 5. See you at the end of Raven Guard turn 5.
Raven Guard turn 5 and the end of the game. But starting down way over here, I tried to kill off some dudes with combi bolter fire. The 1 drop pod killed his second victim of the night, but sadly I wasn't able to do any more to make them take a panic test. Moving down over here, I shot his plasma squad with my last drop pod. Didn't do anything. The Custodes shot his Terminators with their Guardian Spears, and I got like 5 hits and 5 wounds, and he failed 1. And then I multi-charged, and I had 2 into his plasma squad and 1 to his Terminators. He passed the 1 on the Terminators, and I mulched the combi plasmas, or the support squad, and I suffered 3 wounds in return. So he has 1 wound left, and he failed his leadership test, and I swept him down with Crusader. Kroll went to charge in, failed, and then the roll I needed to try and tie the game, I need to roll a 6 on his run roll. Rolled a 5, but even with fleet, I couldn't get the 6. So sadly, it results in a loss to me. We have 6 for Jason, 3 from the subjective, and then 1 for First Blood, 1 for Warlord, and 1 for the relic I had on my character when we killed. And I have 3 for the subjective. The points were 8-7 for his favor, so I didn't get Martial Hubris. But it's the end of the game. We'll see you at post-game show.
What's the total?
It's 6-3. Welcome to the post-game show.
Hello.
You skipped ahead of the video we didn't.
No,
just kidding. We did actually play a game.
Yeah.
It's not just filler. You might not know that.
Let's hope you watched the whole thing. I mean, I trust you did.
Alright, so Jason, what's your MVP?
Oh, that's a very good question.
Most valuable penis.
I would probably say, like, the Plasma Squad.
Yeah.
They just mowed down, like, a unit every turn, and then put themselves in
I
harm's
would
way.
actually say this is the least good showing of your Executioner. Not that it did badly, just that it usually does.
Historically, it kills everything. So the fact that it killed just a handful of things,
like a moderate amount,
probably it's worth showing. Yeah. So what about you, MVP?
I think it's got to go to. Fuck, I don't really know. Like,
She was good, and so were the Custards.
It's gotta
That's
be
what I was going to
Kroll.
say.
She like let me.
She absorbed that.
Yeah.
The Sekhmet unit, Terminators, like entirely herself, pretty much. I mean, the guys helped.
I mean, yeah, like there's definitely some good stuff.
She made him sweat with the instant kill
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
What was your epic fail though?
I mean, aside from the, you know what? I'll give it to
The plane, maybe?
Maybe the Assault
the
Marines.
Submarines.
Yeah.
Like, they
So
killed 5 dudes.
They showed up. They put themselves in a position to get a multi-charge
Yeah,
really easily,
for sure.
and then I mean I rolled too high, I guess, and they didn't get the charge, so they didn't do that. And also they ran off the board after losing 3 guys. So yeah, epic fail. Assault Marines.
Okay.
What about
For
you?
me, I don't want to say the Telemon, but it kind of is. But it's more due to like my poor. I just rolled badly on its saves, and then
Just got hammered down, really.
there's that, or no, it was the Mordathan who failed his fucking test because like that was an easy like move run with fleet around the corner to like. Then you would have to really choose with the barrage, and I could have maybe like had that more as a threat.
Probably could have hidden him from
Because like,
shooting.
let's be honest, the Telemann like hit 4 out of 10 shots on 6s.
It didn't do much.
Got 2 glen, but no, it did the threat of doing
true.
much.
It's true.
Doing the threat of first
That
blood,
is a thing.
even though it was shaken.
Yeah.
It was still pretty cool. And I
Jason,
liked it a lot.
1 minute less. Your thoughts on the game?
I thought I mean, near the end, I wasn't sure who was going to win.
Yeah.
Clary was in a really good position to pull it out of the fire, and I was really worried about what's her face there.
Kroll.
Just killing them way too early. Thankfully, those guys managed to stay alive as long as they could. So
Stubborn really helped out.
Stubborn. So the segment are definitely sold to me in my mind as at least the unit I'll take for rewards of treason. I might look at the Iron Havocs in the future, but for now, it's a fantastic unit. I love it. As for the rest of it, I feel like my plan worked, and that was good.
It was nice to have everything come in on one flank.
Yeah, and that was pretty lucky. I got pretty lucky with
Beta Strike.
My
Omega Strike.
the
Omega Strike.
Yeah, that's
Holy
right.
shit, you guys.
It's beta is just no one wants to be beta. Right?
Theta Strike?
No, Omega. It's
Omega.
Alpha and
All right. Yeah. So what about you? 2 minutes or less.
All right. So
1 minute or less.
1 minute.
Okay,
or less.
1 minute or less.
Crunching here.
Even though like there was some pretty decisive slaying on Jason's part throughout the game, I did feel like I had a lot of opportunities to try and get it back in my favor, which I quite enjoyed. There was, like combat dragging on slightly too long, failing the pinning test. It's like kind of frustrating.
Managed
but
to make
like,
a couple more units run. That was good.
Yeah.
no, like for sure. But like on the whole, like there was, I felt, a game up until the very end of the game.
Yeah. I mean, you just didn't have the stamina.
Yeah, it was just like, even if I rolled that 6, then it would have been a tie. Like that's super close to
No,
me.
you were really close.
And like, despite some kind of misplaying 1 or 2 things, though that being said, he could have shot my draw pods with shadow rounds to make sure Martial Pride wasn't in effect. So really close, despite the second and third turns, and I had fun.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
Nice to play 30k again.
yeah. After
Which is not dead.
yeah, no,
It's not
after,
dead.
After a
We're
weekend
going
of
to be
8,
playing more of this.
30k was pretty fun to kind
A
of.
little bit more of a thinking man's game.
Well, just like a very different feel, and
Yeah.
with some models I haven't used in a long time.
Yeah.
A little more psychology.
Yeah. It's definitely a fun game.
All right.
Well, that's it for this game. We hope you watched all of it. Because I
And
know
all
you
the
did.
games.
We need a Patreon joke in there. Come on.
Yeah, so give
Send
us
me
money.
money. Just me though, not us.
Yeah.
Only me.
You could also,
I-
just me, that'd be good too. That'd be better. You want to
Need to
subscribe
make
to
up
us?
for lack
I
of
also want you
coordination.
to hit that notification button.
Yeah,
Notification
Smash that bell!
I want you to just destroy that like button.
Yeah.
And subscribe if you haven't already.
It's just like unfollow at this point.
You're definitely still watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Anyway, bye-bye! What a world!
What a world! What a world! What a world! Smells like Bigfoot's dick.
Gods of war, May your hammer be mighty.